Hello guys, in this video I want to talk about a game called Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that takes place in a Dungeons & Dragons universe. It's being developed by Larian Studios and is currently in early access, with its release date being the 31st of August this year, only a few months away. I bought the early access version back when it released in October 2020, and I've played about 130 hours of it as of the writing of this script. And I gotta say, I have had so much fun playing this game. So much so that I decided to make a video about it, because I think as a Dragon Age fan, which most of you probably are, you're going to like this game. So order yourself a nice drink from your local tavern and let me tell you why I am excited for Baldur's Gate 3. First, let me tell you a bit about its development and what early access is like right now. So, as I mentioned earlier, Baldur's Gate 3 is being developed by Larian Studios. It's been in early access since October of 2020 and therein have been pretty open about their development. Major patches were celebrated with special live streams called Panel from Hell, where Sven Vinke, creative director and founder of Larian Studios, along with a few other people of the team, would announce new features through funny skits, special events and of course showing off gameplay. Apart from getting more info on the game, these were also just really fun to watch. For patch 5, for example, they livestreamed the Panel from Hell from an actual castle, where the team was doing a live action roleplay and Sven was the DM, and they had Twitch chat vote on some of the decisions the party had to make. Most of the VODs should be on Larian's official YouTube channel, so go check that out if you need something to watch, cause they're really entertaining. And I just want to mention that I really appreciate all the effort the studio put into these live streams. To me that really shows they're passionate about the games they're making, and it's great to see because not a lot of game studios do stuff like this. As for the game itself, the story takes place in a D&D universe. Your character has been captured by mind flayers who put a tadpole in your brain and you have to find a way to get rid of it. That's the basics pretty much, but I won't go into further detail because I'm trying to keep this video spoiler free. Baldur's Gate 3 is a sequel to the previous Baldur's Gate games, but it takes place 120 years after the events of Baldur's Gate 2. So while there will be returning characters and references to the previous games, you don't necessarily need to have played them, as Baldur's Gate 3 will feature a completely new story. As of right now in early access, we can only play a part of Act 1, since Larian didn't want to spoil too much of the game for us. But even with just this part of the first act, the early access is still pretty big. I think my first playthrough took me about 20 hours, and I had not even found every single area yet. Plus, in a later patch, Larian opened up a whole new area in the first act for us to explore, so that'll add a few more hours to your playthrough for sure. The current max level in early access is level 5, and the classes that are currently available are Cleric, Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, Warlock, Wizard, Druid, Sorcerer, Barbarian, Bard, and Paladin. The Monk class is expected to be available when the full game releases. The races currently available in early access are Human, Dwarf, Elf, Half-Elf, Halfling, Githyanki, Tiefling, Drow, and Gnome. Half-Orc and Dragonborn are expected to be available when the full game releases. And with all of that said, let's get into the reasons why I'm excited for this game. Character customization. The character customization in this game, even for early access, is already pretty good. You can choose your race and class, pick a voice for your character, you can pick from different faces, hairstyles, eye and skin colors, and you can give your character tattoos and makeup. Larian did also tease different body types in one of their recent trailers, but they aren't available in early access right now. There are a lot of hairstyles to choose from long to short hair, curly to wavy to straight, ponytails, braids, you name it. Take notes, Bioware. Anyway, same goes for hair, eye and skin color. There are so many options. You can even see what colors are lore friendly and stick with that, or toggle all the colors and pick whatever you want. There are not a lot of face options available right now, so I'm hoping there will be more on release. In general though, I think the character creator is pretty good already, and I've had a lot of fun making characters in early access. Detail in the world and autonomy. So the early access only lets us play a part of Act 1, but I was amazed with how detailed the game already is. I spent about 130 hours across multiple playthroughs, and I'm sure I haven't even found everything yet. Every NPC is voiced, animated, and can be interacted with. You can speak with animals, you can speak with the dead. Both have their own little cutscene and are also fully voiced. There are areas with multiple entrances, some easier to find than others, secret areas containing items that may or may not be important for the story later on. You can find lore books and Easter eggs, and a lot of interactions have cutscenes. I know this is kind of vague, but as I said, I want to try to keep this video mostly spoiler free. Oh, and almost every single item is clickable. Chests, barrels, boxes, you name it. A lot of them don't contain items, but if you want to check, the option is there. I do understand that this might be a little overwhelming for people that have a tendency to explore every single nook and cranny, like me, but I think it's cool nevertheless. You also have a lot of autonomy over how you want to play your character and how you want to deal with different situations. You can be evil, good, or somewhere in between. The Paladin class even has the Oathbreaker subclass. If you get caught up in a bad situation, you can try to talk your way out of it. You can persuade, deceive, intimidate, or simply thunderwave people off cliffs. Oh no, total accident. Basically, there are many different ways for you to handle different problems, and I love that. NPCs may also react differently to your character depending on what race and class you are, and your character will also get race and class specific dialogue options. I could probably go on, but I hope this paints a pretty good picture. Combat. So this one I didn't expect to be that excited about. Let me explain. Usually in games like this, I mainly care about the characters and story. Combat I'm usually pretty neutral about. Sometimes I enjoy it, other times it's annoying. It's there, it's part of the game. Hell, even in Dragon Age I don't care too much about the combat. And I love Dragon Age, I just don't love every encounter. And trust me, I have my reasons for that, but that could be a whole video in and of itself. In Baldur's Gate 3 though, I actually found myself really enjoying the combat once I got the hang of it. The combat system in Baldur's Gate 3 is turn-based, and it is somewhat similar to the combat in Divinity Original Sin 2. But in BG3, the rules are based on the D&D 5th edition rules. And I'm just gonna go over the basics because I don't want to make this video too long. So, during combat, you are able to control your own character as well as your other party members. Each character or creature in the fight gets their own turn in which they can perform actions. The specifics may vary depending on the class you play, but generally, per turn, characters have an action, a bonus action, a certain amount of movement, and possibly a reaction. Actions are usually used for attacks or spells. Bonus actions can be used for things like jumping, shoving, or hiding. Movement can be used to move your character around the battlefield, and a good example of a reaction is the attack of opportunity. I was already familiar with D&D, so it didn't take me too long to get used to the system. If you aren't familiar with D&D, this system might take some getting used to, but I genuinely think it's worth giving a try if you're interested in this game. And as I mentioned earlier, the system is somewhat similar to DOS 2 combat, so if you enjoyed that, you might like this too. Actually, if I'm being honest, I do actually prefer the Baldur's Gate 3 combat. Maybe that's because this is D&D themed, I don't know, but I also just wasn't really a fan of the physical and magical armor system in DOS 2. In general, I think turn-based combat is a really good fit for a D&D game. I really like being able to decide the actions for every character in my party, and I like being able to just take my time and think about how I'm going to approach an encounter. Another thing that makes the game so great is the fact that not every conflict has to result in a battle. There are different ways problems can be solved in the game. You might be able to talk your way out of a messy situation, or maybe you manage to sneak your way past a group of enemies. Just knowing that there are other options makes the game a lot more enjoyable for me. Who knows, I might change my mind once I play the full game, but as of right now in early access, combat is one of my favorite things about this game, and I can't wait to see what the full game has to offer. Co-op. If you don't want to play through Baldur's Gate 3 alone, the game offers a co-op mode. In co-op, you can play through the game with a maximum of 3 other people, and each can make their own character that they can control. A great feature that co-op offers is the ability to listen to the conversations that your friends are having with other NPCs. When one of your friends is talking to an NPC, you can click that NPC to see the same cutscene that your friend is seeing. And you'll be able to view the dialogue options that they get, and you'll even be able to vote for the option that you want them to pick. And yes, if one of you is having a conversation with an NPC, your friends will be visible in the background if they are listening. Same goes for regular cutscenes. All of the custom characters will be visible if they are present. I actually played through Early Access with Lambo and Jackdaw a while ago, and we got ourselves into pretty interesting situations.
No, she just, yeah, she said she will never say please.
Get me down. Oh.
Oh.
Shit.
She does not
What
like
did
you.
you do? What did you do?
She's trying to kill us now
Oh
because
no, no! We weren't supposed to do it like this. Oh, it's fine.
Whoops.
Drow coming through is what he's. Okay, yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said that we're allowed to go through. Okay.
Oh,
Thank
because
you.
you're a drow. Yeah.
Oh.
I like drows. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no! No!
you just collapsed.
What?
Pig's head. There we go. Take this.
Hey, aw. He's dead. He died.
I killed him by throwing a pig's head at him.
Okay.
Oh, I am a beautiful specimen.
I hope I survive.
Yeah, we. Oh. She fell through the elevator.
Did she?
Wait, is this gonna crush her?
Bye. Don't find out.
God. Are they gonna be angry at us for getting in here before talking to them at the front?
Nah.
I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Oh.
Oh, we're in combat.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What did we do?
Oh dear.
I
Oh,
think
no.
sneaking in through the back actually did make them angry.
Well, fortunately, looks like we definitely have no choice but to go with the goblins.
Turns out if you jump past the elevator, the entire camp just marks you for dead.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking hilarious. We streamed the whole thing on Jack's channel, so I'll link a playlist below if you want to check it out. As you'll be able to see in the footage that I'm showing, you are still able to recruit the companions if you want to, and you can talk to them in camp and get their cutscenes. Since we were only 3 people, we were still able to take one of the companions with us, and I think whoever speaks to them first gets to control them, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how this works when you have a full custom party, since a party is max 4 people. I think the companions will just chill at camp or something. Companions and party camp. So for the last point of this video, I want to talk about the companions. Currently in early access, we have 5 companions. We have Lae'zel, a Githyanki fighter, Shadowheart, a half-elf cleric, Gale, human wizard, Astarion, high-elf rogue, and Will, a human warlock. Now Minsk and Jaheira from the previous Baldur's Gate games have been confirmed as companions for the full game, but they're not in early access, so I'm not going to talk about them right now. There are some speculations about other characters that might be companions, but nothing about that has been confirmed. The companions that we do have so far are, in my opinion, pretty good. They are not necessarily good people, but I don't think they are completely evil either. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because, again, spoiler reasons, but by the way, do let me know if you guys would like to see a more in-depth video on the companions, because I honestly would like to talk about them more if you guys are interested. But anyway, each of the companions have their own personality and unique backgrounds. They are all struggling with their own issues. Some might open up and ask your character for help depending on your relationship with them. Much like the Dragon Age games, every companion will have their own opinion on your character's actions. There is an approval system, and a companion's approval of you may go up or down depending on what you do throughout the game. It may be related to your behavior towards said companion, but also your behavior towards other NPCs. I'm also fairly certain the companions will have personal quests later on in the game, and some already kind of do. Oh, and did I mention? They're all romanceable. The ones that we have in early access at least. Another similarity to Dragon Age is the party camp. In Baldur's Gate 3, the party camp functions as a place to rest, but much like Dragon Age Origins, it's also the best place to talk to your companions. They will get unique dialogue and cutscenes, and their personal stories will develop as you spend time with them in camp. There is one critique that I have that I do quickly want to mention. The only problem that I have with the camp mechanic in Baldur's Gate 3 is that, unlike Dragon Age, you mostly only get one big cutscene per long rest, and some of the cutscenes and companion scenes seem to take priority over others. So while in Dragon Age you can talk to every companion in whatever order and get each of their respective cutscenes, in Baldur's Gate 3 that is not the case. If you've had a cutscene for one companion, the others will not trigger unless you leave the camp and rest again, which results in you having to camp very often if you don't want to miss any important character development. And camping after every single encounter just doesn't really make sense story-wise, and it just takes me out of the immersion. I haven't really seen Larian talk about this, but I do hope it gets changed in the full game. I completely understand I won't be able to experience every single piece of content on my first playthrough, but one cutscene per long rest just seems too little in my opinion. Being able to talk to all of my companions like in Dragon Age or Mass Effect just kind of makes more sense to me personally, and it would improve my experience. But in general, I am really hyped for this game, and I'm really looking forward to playing it again. I am fully aware this is only early access, and we don't know what the rest of the game is going to be like. But seeing all the work and detail Larian has put into it shows me that they are really passionate about the game that they're making, and they want to give us a good product and make it as good as they can. And Larian has proven that they are listening to feedback, and are constantly improving the game. With each patch, you could see the game get better and better, and I am excited to see what it'll be like when it finally releases. And honestly, if the rest of the game is as good as early access, I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to set a new standard for other games in the genre. And that is why I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 3. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, let me know by liking this video, or leave a comment and let me know if you're interested in Baldur's Gate 3. Have you played the early access? What do you think of it? Also, I am still working on my Dragon Age Origins recap video, but it's kind of a long video and I needed to take a break from it. So I decided to finish this one first. That's it for now though. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.
Oh, I love the background music. Right
There you
there.
go on my dancing rock. Ow. Going on my dancing. Are you using Majora's mask? No, this is one of the masks that the followers of Ethel were wearing. What's it called? It's called.
I was about to throw a pumpkin and suddenly, boom! Help me! Help
I'm going to
me!
sit on. I'm going to sit on the tree.
Shadow Heart has been activated. I love that. She's like, I'm coming. She can't get over there.
Schmack.
She won't come over here.
Oh, no. No, it's because we were in turn-based.
Oh, hold on. Before we fuck
wait.
anything up, let me actually quick save.
Oh, wait. What just happened?
Oh, they're all on my
Oh,
side.
no, it's fine. It's fine. They're not. Their companions are not hostile against us. I thought they were for a second.
Your wild magic summoned the fucking demon.
Yeah. Okay, be careful. I don't want the companions to become hostile now.
Don't kill the dog. Don't kill the dog.
No.
I'll put him to sleep and ran away. What a bitch. He threw a health potion at you.
Oh, thank you, Gale. Astarion.
Can't see a thing.
Uh-oh. I can't do anything. Oh, wait, I can. Never mind. Oh.
Why can we never just have a normal sleep? You killed the dog! You killed the dog!
Keep going.
That's what you...
Oh, I'm sorry. If we're pushing him off a ledge,
There we go.
can't get. No. If we're pushing him off a ledge, bring it. Give him here.
Guys.
Why isn't he actually...
Oh, he's dead. And he's dead. He is dead.
That worked.
Yep. What do you have on him?
Oh,
We
the
did all
goblin,
that-
the
oh,
goblin,
wait,
the
wait,
goblin.
hold on.
She needs to be healed.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, she's dead. No, she's dead. No. Oh, what do we do now?
Well, back to camp.
Load that quick save. Load that quick save.
Want me to reload? I can reload.
So that halfling actually had a crown that gives you a +1 to nature, and I want to wear a crown. I want to be a beautiful little boy. Oh my god, that went so horribly. Wait, what even set the fire off?
I think it's just the explosion from my my thunder wave. I don't know.
Your thunderwave doesn't do fire. I don't know why did you all get set on
It's
fire.
okay. We're
Oh
reloading.
wait, it was your wild magic.
Oh!
I just saw the clip. Your wild magic set everyone on fire.
I love it.
Oh my god, that couldn't have been more perfect.